to our science classes, and we are continuing our lesson combustion and flame. Characteristics of an ideal fuel. So here the characteristics are summarized. Let us go through it. First one, it should be fairly cheap and easily available. The ideal fuel must be easily available and it should be cheap. Next one, it should burn at a moderate rate. So this ideal fuel must burn at a moderate rate. That means it should not burn very fast and it should not burn too slow. It should burn in a moderate rate. And next one, it should not produce any poisonous or irritating fumes during burning. When a fuel burns, if it is an ideal fuel, it should not produce poisonous gases or irritating fumes. Next one, it should leave no residue after burning. After burning, it should not leave any residue. That means it should not produce any ash or residue after burning. Next one, it should produce a large amount of heat per unit mass. So by burning little substance or small amount itself, it should produce large amount of heat energy. That means calorific value of that fuel must be more. Next one, it should be safe and convenient from the storage and transportation point of views. That means it should be safe and convenient to transport and use. Next one, its ignition temperature should be above the room temperature, so it is safe to use. The ignition temperature of the fuel must be above the room temperature. Then only we can use it safe. If the ignition temperature is below room temperature, what happens? At room temperature itself, that substance can burn or it can catch fire. It should not be there. So an ideal fuel should have ignition temperature below room temperature. Okay, hope you have understood these points. Now let's learn about calorific value. What is meant by calorific value? A definition has been given here. The amount of heat produced when unit mass of a fuel is completely burned in air is called its calorific value. What is calorific value? It is the amount of heat produced when unit mass of a fuel is burnt. Unit mass means 1 kilogram. When 1 kilogram of fuel is burnt, how much heat energy is produced? That is known as the calorific value of that fuel. Have you understood? It is the amount of heat produced when unit mass of a fuel is burnt. What are the units for this calorific value? Commonly used units are kilojoule per gram or kilojoule per kilogram, or we are using joule per kilogram. And joule per kilogram, you have to note, joule per kilogram is the SI unit of calorific value. Remember, what is the SI unit of calorific value? The SI unit of calorific value is joule per kilogram. And in olden days, the unit used for calorific value was calories per kilogram or calories per gram. But nowadays we are using joules or kilojoules. Remember, SI unit of calorific value is joule per kilogram. Okay, you will understand it with the help of an example. If you take 1 kilogram of coke, we have taken 1 kilogram of coke, then it will produce 33,000 kilojoules of heat. How much heat it will produce? 33,000 kilojoules. So what will be the calorific value of that coke? The calorific value of the coke will be 33,000 kilojoules per kilogram. That means when we take 1 kilogram of coke, it will produce 33,000 kilojoules of heat. Or in another way we can say that if it produces 33,000 kilojoules of heat in 1 kilogram, how much it will produce in 1 gram? It will produce 33 kilojoules. So we can express the calorific value of coke as 33 kilojoules per gram or 33,000 kilojoules per kilogram.